Hello, everybody. It's Mac here, and we are going to do equations with variables on both sides. We're going to mix it up, make them a little harder than version A. If you just stumbled on this, make sure you look at version A first. Where would you find that? Well, you'd go down here to maxtutorials.com. I have all this up for you. So make sure you go, like it, subscribe to it, okay, and I can keep these up for you and available. All right. So let's go here. Now we learned from the ones before that before we do anything, we really have to combine like terms. That's the first thing you do when solving. Combine on the left, combine on the right. Right here, I see I have a 2x plus a 3x and it's on the same side. Don't go minus 2x or minus 3x. Don't do any of that. If they're on the same side, you just put them together. Okay. Now I've got a problem like we have before in version A where we have variables on both sides. I could go minus 5x minus 5x. Let me make that look like an x. I could go minus 5 minus 5 underneath the 21. I could go minus x under the 5x. Or I could go minus 21 underneath the 5. Okay, right now any letter I can go letters on the left, I can go letters on the right, it doesn't matter. But what I said in version A is the way that usually works best is when you move the variable first and you do it in a way that keeps them positive. So if I go minus 5x, I'm going to have a negative variable. So I'm going to go minus x to keep it positive. Why? Because I just see students make less mistakes that way. That's really the only reason why. You don't have to, for sure. Okay, now that I have this, now I don't have any choice. Now, to get them on the same side, I have to move the 5. And that's going to give me 4x equals, oh, that was kind of ugly, 16 divided side by 4, and I'm going to get x equals 4. Boom, 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 boom. Number 2, well, let's see if I need to combine like terms. I do. I see I got a letter, a number equals a letter and a number. These are the only ones I can combine. So I'm going to get 4y. What's a negative 6 plus 2? Signs are different. Subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number, which is negative. And then I just copy the rest. Some people will do some stuff in their head and they won't copy the rest. Just copy the rest. I'm going to go minus 2y on both sides, okay? And what I'm going to get is I'm going to get 2y minus 4 equals 12. I'm going to add 4 to both sides because I want numbers on one side and letters on the other. And now I'm going to get 2y equals 16. Divide by 2, boom, y equals 8. If any of that is a little too fast for you, I apologize. I don't want things to be too fast. But I do have other videos where I go through each of these steps. I really broke it down nice and slowly. So if you go back and look at any of the other videos that I have online, they're really going to help you out. Just go back a few chapters and we add them together. They're going to work, okay? All right, here we go. Number 3. There's no like terms. So I'm just going to start off. I can go minus m. But you know what? I want to go plus 2m because I really like to keep the letters the same. All right, now I'm going to get 9 equals 3m minus 6. Now I don't have any choice. I have to get my numbers over there. So I'm going to go plus 6. Now I have 15 equals 3m, divided side by 3, boom, die, and I get 5 equals m. Or m equals 5. You can rearrange it if you like, but you don't have to. Number 4, do I have any like terms? I sure do. They're right there. So let's start off by just combining them, okay? And we're just going to keep this moving. Which A should I move? I want to move this A, okay? Now, one thing I see students do when you don't have that 1 in there, 3a minus a is 3. No, that is incorrect. It's 3a minus a 1a to get us a 2a, okay? So the way you want to think, I have 3 pencils. I subtract 1 pencil. I have 2 pencils. Okay, that's how you have to think about it. Now, who has to move? The 2 has to move. There's videos on what we call two-step equations, which is where we're at right now. And I get 2a equals 16. And then I have a video on one-step equations, which is what this is right now. Divide each side by 2, a equals 8. All right, it looks like I'm having a little bit of battery problem. That's okay, I'll just plug myself in. And let's go ahead and go to number 5 right now. Okay, so on this one, I do have like terms, but my like terms are right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 6p plus 2p, and I'm going to get 8p minus 10 equals 4p plus 18. Now I'm back to just an original problem with a variable on either side. Now I'm just going to get that out of there. Now I'm going to move the 4p over here. Why? Because I want to keep the p positive. That's what I did in version A. Okay, and I'm going to get 4p minus 10 equals 18. Now I need to move a number, and this is the number I need to move. If I moved anything else, I wouldn't have 1 on each side, okay? 4p equals a 28. I'm going to divide each side by 4, boom, p equals 7. All righty, now we can go on to number 6. While we do, I'm just going to plug in my iPad here, so give me just a second. Thank you for your patience. Now, let's go on right here to number 7. Number 7, I don't have anybody to combine. I have a letter, a number, a letter, and a number. So let's just go. I'm going to choose to go minus 2b on both sides. I didn't have to choose that. I could have moved anybody, but this is the process that I think is going to work best for you and for students who I've seen struggle on this before, okay? Now we want to get the numbers on both sides. That'll equal 3b. We're going to divide by 3, boom, and we're going to get b equals 7. Yes, I wrote it backwards, but I want you to start getting used to that. Number 8, here are our like terms. So I'm going to get a negative 7c plus 10 equals negative 3c minus 18. Now I have letters and numbers on both sides. I'm going to go, you know what, let's do it opposite. Let's go plus 3c plus 3c. Now, I didn't keep it positive. All right, so let's see what happens. 4c plus 10 equals negative 18. So now I'm going to minus 10 on both sides. And now I'm going to get negative 4c equals, add a line, change the sign, negative 28. So again, we can do this. It's just, it's a little nastier, but whatever. We all know how to deal with this. Negative divided by a negative is a positive. Now, if you did it the way that I've been doing it, you'd have gotten the same answer. The only difference is you wouldn't have done as many negative signs while doing it, okay? Let's keep going. Let's go on to number, where is it? Number 9. Okay, so take a look at it right there. Do I have anything that I can combine? And the answer is, yes, I do. If I want, I can combine the numbers right here, the plus 2 and the minus 5. So what is it? Well, I'm just going to add a line, change the sign. And when I do that, I'm going to get a 4r minus 3 equals r plus 15. Now we're back to the same thing where I have a letter and a number on both sides, okay? So, flipped on me. Sorry about that. So I'm going to go minus r. Now remember, that's a minus 1r, so that's going to become a 3r minus 3 equals, they go away, 15. Let's add 3 to both sides, and I get 3r equals 18, divide by 3, and I'll get an r equals 6. Okay, not too bad. All right, let's keep this thing going. Let's go here to our letters. So on our letters, I have common terms right there. So I'm going to add a line, change the sign, and that's going to become a negative 5q, all right, which looks a little bit like a 9, so I want to put that little stem in there. Okay, there's some letters I wish they just wouldn't use. Okay, Z's look like 2s, B's look like 6s. Maybe you guys write better than me, so maybe it's not. I'm going to go plus 5q because I want to keep them positive, okay? Not because I have to, but because usually it just comes out easier that way. 8 equals, well, a negative 1 and a positive 5 gives me a positive 4q minus 16. Now I have no choice. I have to add 16 to both sides. Okay, and that's going to leave me, they go away, with a 24 equals 4a. Divide each side by 4, boom, 6 equals a. Okay, on the number 11. I'm going to take a look on the left, and I see that I have w's that I need to combine on this side. So I'm just going to combine them together to an 8w minus 7 equals 2w plus 29. Now I'm just back to one of those equations where I have variables on both sides. I like to keep my variables positive, so I'm going to go minus 2w on both sides. And then boom, this becomes 6w minus 7 equals, they die, a positive 29. Now let me add 7 to both sides. boom, die, and I get 6w equals 36. I'm starting to run out of room, but that's okay. I'm still going to divide by 6 over here, and I'm going to write my answer here. W equals 6 because 36 divided by 6 is 6. All right, number 12. Well, I have a letter, I have a number, I have a letter, and I have a number. I have nothing that I can combine. So I'm just going to go at it. So who should I move now? Well, I can move anybody. You know what? Let's go crazy. Let me move a number first. I haven't done that yet. I'm going to add 11 to both sides. Boom. Yeah, see, I can do that. There we go, d plus 20. Now that I look at this, I don't have any choices. I have to move somebody. So I look at the side where I have two things, d plus 20. One of them has to go because I want it isolated. Well, it's d's on the left, so I'm going to move this d by going minus d minus d. They go away. If I'm doing this, is like add a line, change a sign, and it's a 1d. What's 4d plus a negative 1d? Well, that's a negative 5d, and that equals a 20. Okay, so now if I divide each side by negative 5, make sure you use the negative as well, and you get d equals negative 4. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, number 13. Well, right here I see they're both on the same side of the equation, so I can combine them. So I get 7h equals, hello, sorry about that. Negative 14 plus 4, signs are different. Subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number, which is negative. And that equals 3h plus 22. All right. Now, as I look at that, now I have numbers on one side, letters on the other. Let's go crazy. Let's subtract the 7h. Not really what I would suggest you do, but you can. And I'm going to get negative 10 equals, add a line, change a sign. And I'm going to get negative 4h plus 22. So now I have to subtract 22 to both sides. Look how negative I get on all this stuff. Okay, and that's going to be a negative, add a line, change a sign. Negative 32 equals negative 4h. Divide each side by a negative 4. Boom. H equals negative divided by negative is a positive. If you would have gone the way that I suggest, where you keep them positive, you'd have the same answer. It just would have said 4h equals 32 instead of negative 4h equals negative 32. Not the biggest deal in the world. So again, you can go either way. Right here, I see that I have my f's together. Well, negative 6 plus 3 is a negative 3f plus 10 equals negative 2f. Let me bring this over. Minus 18. Now, let me do what I got to do to keep them positive, and it's going to be add 3f to both sides. They're going to go away. I'm going to be left with 10 equals, and that's going to be a positive 1f, or just f, minus 18. And now when I add 18 to both sides, boom, die, I just get a 28 equals f. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? Number 15. Oh, look, I have some z's I can combine. Let's hope there's no 2's in here because they might look the same. Okay, 4z. Remember, that's a 1z. Okay? Minus 7. Oh, it already looks like 42. Okay, that's the best I can do. Equals z, not 2, plus 20. All right, so let's keep my z's positive. So I'm going to subtract z from both sides. Please don't forget, this is add a line, change a sign, and it's a 1z. So that becomes 3z minus 7 equals 20. Now I'm going to add 7 to both sides, and I'm going to get 3z equals 27. Divide each side by 3. Boom, boom. Z equals 9. Okay? Let's go on to number 16. And look, I have some like terms I can combine. And I'm going to get 10v plus 9 equals 6v minus 19. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to subtract my 6v. It's going to keep my v's nice and positive, which makes the problem usually a little easier to do. And I'm going to go like this. Of course, I could have gone either way. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh, we got a lot of negatives over there. That's okay. 4v equals, add a line, change a sign. That's just a negative 28. I'm going to divide each side by 4, and I'm going to get v equals negative 7. All right, so now if you take a look at them, again, not really pretty. Ooh, what happened to my number 6? Did I do number 6, or did I erase that on accident? That's freaking me out. Sorry if I'm doing this again. I apologize. Let me just do it real quick. I probably did do it and just erased it on accident. And that's going to give me a 1 equals 7n minus 20. I'm then going to go plus 20 to both sides. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm going to get 21 equals 7n. I know you can do it in your head right now, but don't. Why? Because I can just go 3 equals n. And look how quick that happened. All right. So now if you look at all the answers, you can see that there's at least a similar process behind all of them. And when you follow a process, you're usually going to get them right. Okay, so there's version B. If you want more help, go on to version C. If you feel really comfortable, I'll see you in on the next section. Take care now.